Well, hello, Sagittarius. I believe we're still in the morning. I hope this day finds you well, and this is the daily reading. The daily reading is something that you need to know today. Doesn't mean that it's happening today, but you need to know it for some reason or another. And it's always so much with Sag, isn't it? There's never just one thing happening. And we do have a full moon coming up, so if you're feeling kind of Ugh, exhausted. I know I am. That could be why. So it's in Capricorn, and apparently, the moon does not love Capricorn and vice versa. So that should be interesting. I'll find out more about it though. But the vibe is very interesting. Not feeling pressed, right? Desert passage, trust there's a divine plan, and in the flow, everything is smooth sailing. It's kind of like I don't know what's going on, but it must be what's supposed to be going on, and I'm not going to get stressed or upset. Whatever is whatever, right? That's what I feel like this mode is. But I mean, I feel like it may be leading you to good places, or at least I feel like for you want to be positive about things. So even though it's not clear, you're like, when has the world or the universe or God let me down? I mean, everything, and that's so Sagittarius. Everything's always working out. That's our mode in life, right? And that's kind of how you feel. I mean, I feel like you don't feel pressed, but I will tell you that, like, what you may be feeling is the Four of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Devil, the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you're tired. You want to just do nothing or rest or whatever. And it's like, it's just like there's so many things you have to do, right? Because that can be like people counting on you, and and it's like you want to slow down and kind of maybe not do anything, but because of the way in which you're counted on in life, it's like everything around you moves super quickly, and that's what's expected of you, to keep up the Ten of Pentacles. And I mean, it kind of is telling you too that even so, things will kind of smooth themselves out. Okay. We love that, right? So, what's going on around you? Well, I don't know, Sag. Like, you may feel as if, because awakening, it is waking up to something, it is getting information, blah, blah, but it's usually like intuitively. So, you may have some intuitive feelings. And look, there's our arrow. That's something that you started or want to start, like there's change coming. And it's going to be good change, with glow up being here. This is really positive. Yay. Um but not easy, because you may have had to take a look at something and kind of get it out of your way. Drama queen is here, shadow self, happiness. Like, maybe that's a person, or some drama in your life. it pertains to some sort of growth here that had to be moved out of your way. What's the inside out, Sag? So the inside out is a little side reading here about what you know and what you don't know. Okay, we're doing the Akashic records, of course. You know it. You know that this change is coming because fresh start is here, and this is telling you to seek professional assistance. So that might be a clue for you too, and that is that, like, I don't know if it's you seeking it out so much as the teacher appears, because the teacher usually appears when we need it, right? And what you don't know is that, look, whatever this is, this fresh start, this new life, this change, there's going to be a lot of work involved. And so you have to just be able to sit in that, and there may come times that you, because honor yourself is like a reminder to be proud of everything that you've achieved. And so, it could be that kind of, trying to look for the right words. When the work gets to be overwhelming and you think you can't do it, remember who you are, Sag. Remember that you're a warrior. Remember you've been here before. You've worked hard for things before, and you've gotten things. So it's really asking you to remember yourself. But, and it's interesting because I feel like for whatever this fresh start is, there is going to be help. The teacher, I don't know what else to say about that. So if you feel like a teacher isn't showing up for you, then you should seek one out, right? Maybe a mentor, maybe someone who's doing what you've wanted, or different resources for your fresh start, whatever that is. Amen, amen. Because it's here, like your desire of the day, and this is like the spell of the day too, is fertility. And it's about calling in your new life. And it's a 10, yes. So, fertility, let all take root, seed and sprout, let new life be all about. And this is about calling in your new life. So if that is what you really want, that's the mantra for you, Sag. Yeah. I mean, even if you don't see it, and maybe a part of that is giving yourself grace, because giving yourself grace appears a couple of times here. Don't doubt yourself, Sag. Okay, and we all get tired of starting over, but it's just a part of things. So your relational message is interesting. This has to do with someone new that you're meeting. Okay, because we do have the path to love, the beginning stages, right? It's very interesting though, because karmic lesson is reversed. So part of destiny. So you're going to meet someone that you're supposed to meet. And either you or them, or maybe both of you, like, are supposed to learn something about the beginning of love. And this is all going to be maybe made a little more clear to you through a message. Okay. I mean, I'll look a little bit more at this with the tarot, but I feel like that could be something that we're addressing also in the extended. And thanks so much, you guys, for supporting the extended readings. I really appreciate it. you know that this is how I make my money. So, let's see what the mystery is. What are the mystery cards for today? For Sagittarius. Look, I'm a poet and I don't know it. What are the mystery cards? Mystery cards. I always feel like someone should be doing sound effects for me. Okay, one more. Oh, or two. Dun, da, da. All right. Okay. So there could be someone that drives you crazy, right? Someone dramatic in your life. Um, Spiritual growth and practice is kind of, I feel like this is like a woosah thing for you. You know, like meditation just to get rid of this, right? Whether it's the drama or the drama is a specific person. And it's really someone who keeps on changing their mind about something and they're stressing you out, right? They're stressing you out. Now, this could have to do with some sort of trip or travel. Okay. So we will look at that in the extended for sure. So let's get to the tarot. Tarot. Tell us more. What is smooth sailing? Because it seems like something is going well that you're not expecting, that you trust it. You know, you trusted things would go well, and here they go. 8 of Wands. Okay. Look, Uber's there. And the 3 of Swords. Oh my gosh, I don't know. This is talking about your mystery cards too. Has to do with, it could have to do with travel or movement problems specifically. With the 3 of Swords. Things are smoothing out. 5 of Swords and the King of Wands. And I feel like it's kind of like a new plan. Okay. So tell us about this change coming in. Tell us about this change and glow up coming in for Sag. What is this change that they're waking up to? Ooh. The Hermit. The 6 of Wands. Ew, you've gotten someone's attention. What is this nurture? Tell us more about the King of Cups. Oh, Strength and the Queen of Pentacles. Just travel keeps coming up too. But something is working out. I feel like, especially if there was difficulties with money, it could be that you caught someone's attention and they want to help. And it, whatever it is, it grounds the situation. Okay. Anything else about this that's important? Anything else? Jeez Louise. Oh, Knight of Wands. So it's happening. It's moving forward. And we keep seeing travel cards. And I've seen travel cards for Sag for a week now. For real, for real. So tell us about this fated meeting. Or this, yeah. Six of Pentacles. What is this fated meeting? This path to love. Four of Wands. Okay. The Emperor. Oh my gosh. So why is karmic lesson reversed? Ten of Wands. Baggage. Why is karmic lesson reversed? Queen of Cups. What does that have to do with the path to love? So maybe it's hard lessons, you know. Oh, wow. This feels very much like not caring what other people think or say. And for some reason, this has something to do with the beginning stages of love. In other words, when you get involved with someone, if there seems to be a lot of people having something to say about it, or maybe even disapproval, and maybe in the past that has really affected your decision making when it comes to partners, that's a lesson that you learn with this person. So in other words, it's like maybe you might not have learned it with past partners. You might have given into all of that, but with this person, you don't. This is where you finally take up the lesson and say, well, whatever, who cares? Yeah. What else do we need to know about that? What's the message, man? Eight of Pentacles. Well, there's a lot here in regards to this. The High Priestess, the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this person, and they may even, it could be too that you're used to people that don't really communicate well, right? And I just feel like, especially with the Knight of Pentacles outside of the King of Swords, like you're kind of seeing maturity in a different way. Because, you might have seen a King of Swords type of person as mature, but they don't communicate, right? But you got, this person puts in a lot of effort, and it's a change for you. It could be that they're younger. It really could. It could be that they don't have everything, right? All their ducks aren't in a row, but suddenly I feel like it doesn't matter the way it might have done in the past. That's kind of like going for someone who has all their shit together, right? But your needs don't get met. I mean, so what good is it, right? Here's someone who wants to meet your needs. They just don't totally got their shit together. And I feel like you're starting to really learn some sort of lesson about that too. And that may be what people talk about, Like this person, whatever it is, they don't have enough money. They're an emperor. Like, they want to build with you. And maybe they don't. Like, maybe they don't bring as much to the table as you do. And that might be the problem that people have. And I think sometimes people get so twisted up in what is valued. You know what I mean? Like, what is seen as value. You may be learning some sort of lesson about that. We'll look more at this relationship in the extended. Because this is a person who really pays attention to you. They really put the work in. You know? So, it's kind of got that feel for me, Sag. I said what I said. So, let's see what you need to keep in mind. What is Sagittarius's mindful message? So in the extended, we'll look at this relationship. We'll look at the mystery cards here. And we will get a future prediction for you, Sagittarius. Or the group, you know, like, and it's nice to get a future prediction for a smaller group of people. So, amen, amen. Can we have one card, maybe? One card, because we don't want to overthink, right? What does Sag... Okay. Loving friends. I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. My friends raise me up and hold me to the best that I can be. I am loved unconditionally and supported throughout my journey. I release old friendships which may be toxic or keeping me stagnant. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And we'll also take a look at what this message is. Wow. Okay. So Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. I hope it really helps. Toodles.